Good afternoon and welcome to Power Up 365. Today I want to speak to you guys about the importance of coaching. The importance of coaching. And I've been coaching people for the last, it's going on over 20 years. And I've been coached longer than that. And the foundation of any success to me is coaching. And the reason I say that is because you only know what you know. You only know what you know. So, yes, I do believe coaching can take a different format. You could be coached by Napoleon Hill, one of the greatest coaches that ever lived. You could be coached through your religion, the Bible. You can be coached. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, Napoleon Hill in 1939 wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich. Have you read that book? And if you haven't read that book, one of the greatest books ever. A greater book than that is the Bible. Doesn't matter what your religion beliefs are. If you go read the Bible, there are things in the Bible that will change your life. Are you willing to be coached? Are you willing to be taught? Now, one of the coaching methods that everyone else knows today is coaching one-on-one. And I love doing that. And the reason why I like doing that is because I have a philosophy that everyone was born with greatness, and you tap into the greatness of people. Now, I want to explain to you the importance of coaching by referring to the IE pyramid of success. And if you are a client of ours and you would know that, because that is the foundation of the IE group, the IE International group. When we do your books, when we do strategy, when we do consulting with you, if we do your BE certificate, whatever service that we are offering you, the foundation of that service is the IE pyramid of success. So I want to share that with you today, so that you can see the importance of coaching. Where does it fit in? So let me just share my screen here so you guys can see this. Hello, there we go. Okay. So I'm sure by now you can see my screen. So this is the IE pyramid of success. It is the foundation on how we take people and we take teams and we take businesses and we take them to greatness. And the first question that I always ask is, what do you want? So a client will come to us and he'll say, listen, okay, thank you for calling. I really appreciate for being here. What do you want? What can we do for you? Okay. Then usually your response is the pain. Okay. What I want is to become a lawyer if you're a varsity student or you're busy studying. What I want to do is become good at sports. What I want to do is I want to make more money. That's the most common one. I want to make some more money. And the list goes on, but the first question is, what do you want? Now, I developed the IE pyramid of success into a pyramid because you can't do the one without the other. You can't build the one side of the pyramid. You have to grow it together. And another thing why I like about a pyramid is it never stops. You could grow up a pyramid, but as soon as you increase the foundation of a pyramid, it becomes bigger. The foundation, it becomes bigger. So the question that I want to ask you today, and I want to use that to show the example on how important coaching is in your life, is what do you want? Where are you right now? Now, what do you want is a goal. Okay, so what do you want is, I want to make more money. And let me just say that to you. No one really wants to make more money. That is all bullshit. No one really wants to make more money. What they want is what money can give them. So I'll ask you, And when I'm coaching, we need to go deep and really understand, what do you want? Okay? Because the more specific you are on what you really want out of life, the more chance you have of achieving it. So what do you really want? Listen, I want money. No, you really don't want money. So tell me, why do you want the money? Well, I want the money because I want to buy my fiance a diamond ring. Okay. So what will that mean to you? Ah, man, I just love her so much. And you know, that feeling of giving her something just to show how much I love her. Okay. So you're actually going after a feeling. Okay. You're actually going after a feeling. No one really wants money. They're going after what money means to them. So what about another guy who says, listen, I just want to make some money and just put it away. Okay. So what's there? The guy's not buying anything. He's not doing anything with his money. He's just saving it. I say, okay, so why do you want the money? Now, I want to put the money one side. Why do you want to do that? You know what? When I was growing up, we were always struggling for money. I don't ever want to have that feeling of struggling for money. Okay. But what does that feeling mean to you? Well, that feeling means safety to me. That feeling means that, you know, where there were times in our household that we didn't have food to eat, or that we couldn't have Christmas or something. If I just know there's money put away, I will be happier and I'll feel safe. So saving up money makes you feel safe. Okay, good. So the other guy, I really want to buy Aston Martin. Okay. What does that mean? Why do you really want an Aston Martin? Let's just ask a solution. What do you want? You want an Aston Martin. Why do you really want an Aston Martin? Well, you know what? Over the last few years, or over the last 2 years, I've just been failing and things haven't gone my way, and I've just been struggling, and I've always wanted an Aston Martin, and it's really not for anyone else, but for me. Okay, I don't understand. What does that mean? Yes, you're going to drive an Aston Martin, but you could also drive a Mercedes. You could also drive a Toyota. You could also no. You know, when I'm driving that Aston Martin, it makes me feel successful. It makes me feel the work that I've done has been worthwhile. Okay, great. So now, what else do you want? So, and then you got to actually divide what you want into areas of fulfillment, I call it. So, if you just go after the Aston Martin, if you just go after the diamond ring for your wife, if you just go after saving, you might find yourself in an unbalanced life and an unfulfilled life. So what I always try and push is, listen, why don't you go for fulfillment? Okay, so let's just divide your life into 3 categories. Okay, I call them areas of fulfillment. And those areas of fulfillment is myself, my value, and my relationships. If we can just focus on those 3 things, then we go and say, okay, so what do you want for yourself? Now, usually yourself, one of the things I always say for yourself must be health. You must have health. I mean, it doesn't matter what your goals are. If you don't have health, then what do you really have? Okay, because you take yourself everywhere. Maybe your faith, your religion is very important. So then we look at different. You have areas of fulfillment, which are myself, my relationships, and my value. And then you have categories of improvement. So would your body, your health, be a category of constant improvement? Yes. I mean, for anybody, your health must be a category of constant improvement. Okay. So, and then we start getting categories for your relationships. I mean, how's your relationship with your kids? How's your relationship with your wife? And then you start saying, what do you want with your relationship with your wife? What do you want with your relationship with your? So do you see, you start having a fulfilled life by focusing on areas of fulfillment. Okay. And when you focus on areas of fulfillment, each area of fulfillment has categories of improvement. And if you keep focusing on those categories of improvement and you start saying, what do I want for my body? What do I want for my faith? What do I want for my finances? What do I want for my business? What do I want? So you write down what you want. Now, you would think what you want is the most important. It actually is not. You see, why you want it, like I just said, what it gives you, why do you want it, is far more important than what you want. Les Brown says, know what you want, but no more important than that is know why you want it. And remember something, how is none of your business, because we will design the how. Because when you start thinking of what you want an Aston Martin, you want a diamond ring, you want all these things. If you start focusing on the how right now and you haven't been coached, you start focusing on your resources. You start focusing on your resources. And the first thing about coaching is for you to understand, if you want to get what you want, you've got to stop focusing on your resources. You've got to stop focusing on what you have and start focusing on becoming resourceful. I love the prayer that Napoleon Hill says, God, I do not ask for more riches. I ask for you to help me understand the gifts that were blessed upon me at birth. You see, Napoleon Hill knew that if he understands the gifts that were blessed upon him at birth, he knew that he could achieve everything. So, but when you start focusing on resources, where will I get the money? A lot of people have these goals, and they've put on their goals they've put their goals for 2020 on a pause because they've lost their job, they've lost their clients, their business is not doing so well. So what they're doing is they're focusing on resources. And the one thing why I believe in coaching so much, every time I get down, I don't feel so good, I don't feel so that I'm going to achieve, I take a minute to go back to my coaches. So therefore, I've got many coaches who have coached me all over the world. And I'll go and listen to a Tony Robbins YouTube. I'll go read a book of Tony Robbins because I've been to Tony Robbins events. And those events created anchors. And those anchors made me untouchable, unstoppable, powerful. So I go tap into those anchors. Then I remember Blair Singer, where we climbed Kilimanjaro. And I think of, man, if I could climb Kilimanjaro, we were on a leadership course. And then I think of John Maxwell and all these coaches who coached me through through my life and got me where I am. And then there's times when you have challenges in your life, and these are challenging times that we are in right now. And that's why I believe in coaching. Coaching is so important, you see. So the next thing is, you got to know what you want, you got to know why you want it, and the how is the strategy. Okay, the how is the strategy. How will I get there? I'm not saying that how is not important. I'm just saying it's not the most important. How is the last thing. Now, if I've never coached someone that tells me what they want, and after I've coached them for a while, they realize what they want is still a small game. They realize they're still playing a small game. There's a bigger game out there for them. There's something more out there for them. And I always call it about zeroing up. Let's zero up your life. Zero up your life, okay? And when we say zero up your life, so that what I mean by that is, if you were thinking of having one Aston Martin, why don't we go for 10? And it's not really the cars, it's the equivalent of the success, okay? And if you were thinking of 10, why don't we go to 100, 1,000? And we start zeroing up your life, and you start going for great things, and you stop living in scarcity, and you start living in abundance, and you start making yourself that you are worthy of great things, and great things will come to you. So that is with coaching. You see, you've got to understand that to be, you will see there under the coaching side, people speak about motivation. They say motivation is not important. And a lot of times we speak motivation is like a warm bath. And that is true. Motivation alone will never change your life. But if you don't bath every day, if you don't get motivated every day, then you're going to start stinking up your life. And the one thing I love about motivation, and motivation leads to inspiration. Motivation leads to inspiration. And when you are inspired to do great things, when you find the thing that inspires you to do great things, I don't believe there are lazy kids. They are just uninspired kids, uninspired people. They haven't found their passion. And when you tap into that, and that's the job of the coach, to help you and guide you to find your true self, to find the things that inspire you. And that's through coaching. And we speak about, in a business, we coach an individual, we coach a team. And coaching can lead to training of technical skills, but you must be willing to be coached. You must be willing to change. You must be willing to go and be greater than you are today. And we do that by writing down, what is your bucket list? What is your bucket list that you want to do before you die? And people don't look at their bucket list, and they don't look at their goals, and they don't put value in their life, the gift of a life of that they were blessed in this world. And I always say there are three great days in someone's life. The day that he was born, he came into this world with greatness. He came into this world with opportunity. He came into this world with potential. And the second greatest day of his life is when he realizes, when he discovers why he was born. And the third greatest day, and that is why I became a coach. I want to help people discover the three greatest days of their life. I want to push a guy to understand that he is amazing. I want to push him to understand that he was born with greatness. He was born with potential. He was born with ability. And he needs to stop playing a small game. He needs to play a massive game towards his defined success, how he defines success. And he needs to understand the second day is when he discovers his design. He discovers his purpose. You see, if I can help you if I can help you understand that you were born with greatness, if I can help you to discover your design and your purpose, and then I can help you get a strategy on how to achieve it, that to me is perfect coaching. Because therefore, we are tapping into your greatness and serving the world through your purpose and design, and making you a fulfilled, complete person. Because now the third greatest day of your life is when you start living your purpose. When you start living your purpose. So without, the last one there is accountability. Without accountability, what is the scorecard of your success? What is the scorecard of success? In business, it's called accounting. In business, the scorecard of business is called accounting. Okay, so I look at your books. I've got a whole accounting firm that does companies' books and does people's finances because that's the scorecard. I can't tell you, listen, I want to coach you and help you grow and become more than you ever thought was possible, and help you discover your greatness and your design and push you. And we build a strategy around that. And we start going towards that strategy, because when we start going towards that strategy, the one thing I know for certain is there will be challenges on this way, because as soon as you start getting uncomfortable, there are challenges. And those challenges means there will be failures, there will be successes. Your failures will turn into learning opportunities. Your successes will be just moments in time, and we will build on those successes. But how will we ever know if we can't measure it? And something that you're going towards must be measurable. We need to measure those things, okay? And that is where I call accountability. And then we start putting systems in place. And systems are something that are invisible, but operations are the actions that you take to make the system work. So do you have systems? How are your operations? What's your scorecard of that success? If we were working towards your health and fitness, you would have a different scorecard. You would have a different accountability than if you were working towards a business that needs profits. Does that make sense? If you were a non-profit organization, you're still a business, but your scorecard, your accountability is different. If you were a community, a church, your scorecard would be different. But without a scorecard, if I can't measure it, I can't achieve it. Okay? And it all comes back down to coaching. Coaching is the thing that breaks the current conditioning. And you have to break your current conditioning if you want to change your current circumstances of your life. Everyone needs a coach in their life. Everyone needs a coach to break through, to break their current circumstances, to break their current income status. If they are currently earning 15,000 and they need to get to 50,000, they need conditioning to break that limiting belief that they have. And that's why I have always put coaching part of the IE pyramid of success. Because if you don't have a coach on your side, if you don't have someone training you, if you're not making the step to read books and to grow and develop yourself, you're never going to get to the next level in life. So today, as I explained to you guys, coaching, I want to invite you guys on this 10-week coaching session that we are going to have right now. All what you need to do is send your email or connect with me on Facebook. Send your email to events@johneliades.com. Send an email there and say, listen, I want to be part of the coaching. We've got a limited group of people that we're going to do it. We're going to do it on Zoom. So we'll do it on Zoom. We'll get together and I'm going to coach a group of people to take their lives to a whole new, different level. So take action today. Without action, if you do not take action, and what is mothers and fathers' action is a decision. You've got to make a decision to take your life to the next step. I'm here offering you an opportunity to be coached by myself to take your personal life, your professional life to a whole new level. Let's get into your business. Let's get into your personal life. Come and take on these coaching sessions and let's work on your life to get it to a whole new level. This is Johnny Eliades, your success strategist, and I will see you at the top. Cheers, guys.